Stream the meeting. This meeting is being live streamed. Hello, hello, everyone. Happy Magic Monday. We're so
Happy
happy.
Magic Monday. Look at us on separate screens this Magic Monday, trying something new.
That never happens. Yes.
This Magic Monday, trying something new. Oh my goodness. That's right. No, that's not my Facebook. That must be your Facebook.
Yes, I had to close out the Facebook. So, Tori, let us know if we're live. She says we are live. Thank goodness for Tori. We're zooming in for the first time for Magic Monday. So, pop in. Let us know where you're tuning in from. Tori will let us know. We haven't figured out how to look at Facebook and not create uh, an echo like that. But we're so happy to be here together apart. And we're simply only apart because we decided to save the drive time.
That's it. That's all. And we're super excited. It's as magical as ever because after our roundtable last week, we wanted to talk to you about the 5-day workshop that's coming up next week, Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. To 11 a.m. Mountain Standard Time. That would be 9 a.m. Pacific.
Because nobody knows what mountain standard time is.
That's right. Nobody does. So it's 9 a.m. Pacific. And if you've been in our community before, you know how content packed and useful and magical and intimate and helpful these 5-day workshops are. We really go into it with an open heart in a space of service, in a space of overgiving, so that we can help bring our message to the world even more, and you can be applying them. And some of what we're going to be talking about is the spiritual laws. Yeah.
Yes, so many spiritual laws to discuss. I mean, the 5-day training is called Walking Between Worlds, and we'll be teaching how to apply the spiritual laws to accelerate your manifestation in the golden age. And so, yes, living the spiritual laws practically. And there are so many spiritual laws to go over. Megan and I are taking the top several that are required for manifestation. And you'll be able to register for this event starting tomorrow or Wednesday. We just haven't decided when to release that link yet, but we wanted to kind of kickstart it today and talk about one of the spiritual laws that happens to be very strong in this moment, especially with the full moon.
Yeah. And that is the spiritual law of ebb and flow. And I talk about this one a lot because it's super important. And our humanness has been both taught and has read ebb and flow incorrectly for a really long time. And we think when we're in flow, all is good. And when we're in ebb, it's not. And so, we're coming in here today with the message of the importance of ebb and flow. And I really want to touch on ebb because when people are in ebb, they're like, oh, things just aren't going my way. And I really want to give you a different perspective of ebb so that you can harness the true power, potential, and purpose of that moment and period. And so if you think of ebb and flow, it really is a cycle where we are flowing and things are just kind of moving along. It feels high paced, very energetic, full of vitality. It's a very go, go, go. And ebb, without our humanness, attaching too much to it, can feel like a pulling back, a pausing, a calmness, a little subdued and relaxed, introspective. And it's easy to go into, oh my gosh, I don't have all that energy that created all this magic in my life because I'm in ebb right now. And how can I get back into flow? How can I get back into flow? The best thing you can do is honor the cycle of ebb. And, what came through my writing this morning is that ebb is where inspiration and momentum builds. Okay. It's where the inspiration for creativity builds. It's where the ideas are downloaded. And then when you move into flow is when you take action and you're creating from that space. Ebb is also when your body, your nervous system is rebooting. And so it's really important to honor the calmness, honor the sacred space, and don't go into, oh my gosh, well, if I'm not creating, if I'm not in so much movement, then maybe I'm not manifesting what I want. When really what you're doing is you're opening, it's your heart is opening for the downloads. And then when that is complete, you move back into flow, which feels like high energy, and you can execute those.
Ah, I love this. And I want to say good morning to everyone. We have Diana jumped in, Gloria, good morning, Tawny and Anna. Welcome, welcome for joining us. And I wanted to talk a little bit more. I figured I'd put the video on my phone, Megan, and turn the sound all the way down. I can see what's going on. Look at that. While you were in flow teaching, I was having ideas. I was receiving the ability to do that. So I love what you're saying because it's so interesting because you and I talked this morning, but not early this morning. Early this morning, I was doing my morning routine and I was in high declaration of what I'm claiming, what I'm creating right now. And I just felt it so declaration. And that's being in the declaration, that's kind of the ebb. It's like getting centered. But what's even more what you're talking about is I was doing my weight training this morning. And I was, doing my squats and my planks and lifting weights, and I was just so fired up. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna do this again tomorrow. I'm just gonna keep moving through this so strong. But then it hit me. It's like, oh no, I have to allow my muscles to rest the following day. So it's exactly what you were talking about. It's like, yeah, my muscle tone is built. Muscles are built in the repair, in the recovery time, not just in the activity time. So I
Mhm.
love that we were like getting this download in two different ways. I mean, which we often do, that we work we get the same effects from people just in different ways.
Yeah. Yeah. And like that repair, I mean, you could think of flow as our daytime waking period and our ebb as our sleeping and rebooting, re-energizing. And we don't ever go into the night like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I'm going to be asleep and I'm not going to be getting all these things done and I'm not going to be awake, right? Instead, we go like, oh, yes, it's time for our sleep. Then we wake up and now we're revitalized and re-energized. And these cycles come and go, right? Just like the day and the night. I would say the ebb is typically shorter, right, it's a little shorter, just kind of like our nights are shorter than our wakeful period, and so really honoring this ebb and flow is a spiritual law. If you are resisting your ebb and trying to be in flow, it will feel clinky, it will feel cloudy, it will feel like a struggle. If you are in flow and you're trying to resist it, trying to like sit back and relax and like, no, I need to know the exact right step, yet you have an energy to go forward, then you're resisting your natural cycle. And it is different for your natural rhythm, I should say. Everyone's rhythm is unique. It's something that we really hit on in Sophia Mystery School. And a good example of this is like coming into the new year. I would say towards the end of December, beginning of this month, January, I was really pumped up. I was just like so fired, so motivated and inspired, and truly in a very heavy momentum forward. And I was reading so much online. Like I was reading all these people talking about like the astrology or this time of year and how it's really a time to pull back and reflect, and I was like, oh, how interesting that even very spiritual mechanisms like astrology will tell us how to be, as opposed to really going inward to that infinite intelligence that will guide us to our own rhythm outside of the collective consciousness, right? Your own internal rhythm. And here I was just like gung-ho, like pedal to the metal. I almost said metal to the pedal. And it was different than, maybe what these other cycles on the outside were saying. And I honored where I was, just like I woke up this morning and it was oh, here I am in ebb. And now I get to see what is coming through, what is percolating over these next couple of days. Who knows how long it will take? Maybe I'll wake up tomorrow back in flow and not in ebb. But the point is to honor exactly where you're at outside of an astrological cycle, outside of the seasons, and really inside your own infinite intelligence.
I love that you say that, Megan, because we do have our own seasons, right? I find oftentimes that I'm doing things and I'll read later the astrology. I was like, oh, that was right in alignment. But one thing I don't do is look to the astrology or look to readings or anything else to tell me what's coming, because we are creating that. We are creating that. So it's important to not get caught up in fear of Mercury retrograde or outside experiences. One thing that you and I did this past year is we had an in-person retreat in Sedona, Arizona, and people didn't think we could do that because of the pandemic going around, and we did it, and we had an amazing event. Our participants, our clients who came through, absolutely loved it. And so I bring that up just to say, don't make decisions based on, we talk about this all the time, outside circumstances. Don't allow outside circumstances, including astrology or anything else, to declare what you get to create, when and how.
And I think people are always really surprised by the fact that two extremely psychic, intuitive people who build business based off of, that kind of ability, and also use astrology a lot,
Mhm.
say those things, right? Because the ultimate law is the law of oneness. And there is only one truth, and that only truth is love. So anything that does not resonate with that is illusion. And so part of being here on earth is getting to play in both the illusion and the truth. It gives it such contrast, such entertainment, such drama for our humanness to really love and experience all of our emotions. But it is not truth. Right. So if there's anything that is out of alignment with love, it is illusion. And it can be very hard to dehypnotize yourself from something that is illusion. And so that's why we don't go based on anything outside, because outside is still reflecting the oneness inside. So hopefully that wasn't too deep for our Magic Monday.
I think it was great. I think it was great. I want to wrap it up in saying that um, ebb is required for the flow, just as sleep is required for the wakefulness, just as the exhale is required for the inhale. It's all balance and it's all one. I mean, the spiritual law of ebb and flow is literally all around us in everything we do.
Mm-hmm. And now imagine if you were living according to that spiritual law instead of resisting it. And the truth is, our society and our culture has trained us to resist it. You must be in flow Monday through Friday and ebb on Sunday. And right? I mean, you're in flow from this time to that time and then ebb so you can be ready for flow, right?
Yeah,
So it's really about turning inward and discovering your own. It may not be the same as your partner, it may not be the same as mine, and it probably is not the same as a 9 to 5 either.
exactly. Exactly. So, tune in to this group. We will be sharing the link to join us next week, Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. Pacific time to 10 a.m. for a free training on these spiritual laws and how to live by them. So, thanks for joining us. Thanks, Nicole. I think I didn't get to say hi to you yet. Thank you to all of those that we didn't get to welcome in. We're so glad you joined us. And if you're watching the replay of this, please hit hashtag replay. And we would love to know your experience of ebb and flow. Ebb and flow. Hashtag ebb and flow. Let us read what your experience is. And this is it for now. Thanks, Megan.
Yeah. Thanks for meeting you here.
So much fun
Next.
and amazing.
See you
All right.
soon,
Bye,
everyone.
everyone.